River Reach is a system that allows complex trading of parts of water entitlements. Demand for water in Australia exceeds supply. So while River Reach does not create more water, it does provide a mechanism to potentially match the complementary needs of different water users, thus reduce unnecessary waste. When considering what River Reach products are and the part they could play in a developing water market, it is important to understand the distinction between water entitlement and water allocation. Irrigators hold an entitlement to a share in an available resource. This share is known as an allocation. The entitlement is the permanent licence. The allocation is the real water available on an annual basis as determined by the relevant state government authority. Think of the entitlement as a water tank and the allocation received annually as the water level in the tank. It doesn't matter what type of entitlement that tank is, high security, general security or whatever, the tank represents the amount that would be available if 100% of entitlement is available. River Reach effectively divides that tank into 10 sub-tanks and allows entitlement to those sub-tanks to be traded. So, for example, an irrigator that requires limited but highly reliable annual water may choose to keep the bottom 4 sub-tanks, but offer the top 6 sub-tanks for sale. Buyers are effectively putting taps into each of these sub-tanks and will receive all the water that is allocated to the sub-tanks. The buyer, rather than the seller, takes the risk of that water being available. So if allocations are low and no water is actually available in the sub-tanks purchased by the buyer gets no water, and the seller has no obligation to provide any water. If, conversely, allocations are high, the buyer gets all the water in the sub-tank, irrespective of how much water there is. So the buyer is purchasing the possibility of water being available, and the seller is selling the possibility of water being available. Water can be sold for periods of 1, 3, 5 or 10 years, or permanently. A buyer can purchase some or all of the water on offer and is not obliged to take the entire allocation from any single seller.